Have you ever wondered what your life could look like if you fully embraced the power and love of Jesus? When we open our hearts to Jesus, we invite a love so powerful that it can transform us from the inside out. Jesus' love is not just a feeling. It's a force that has the power to heal, restore, and make us whole. It's a love that accepts us unconditionally, flaws and all. When we embrace this love, we begin to see ourselves as God sees us, as His beloved children. As we experience Jesus' love, we are called to share it with others. A simple smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can be a beacon of hope. Jesus is always with you, ready to shower you with His unconditional love. Life can feel like a puzzle sometimes. We may wonder why we face certain challenges or what path we should take. But when we trust in Jesus, He helps us connect the dots of our lives in ways we never could have imagined. Think back on your own life. Can you recall moments that seemed difficult at the time but led to something better? Maybe a job loss opened up a new opportunity, or a difficult relationship taught you valuable lessons about yourself. Jesus doesn't promise a life without challenges, but He does promise to be with us every step of the way. He sees the bigger picture even when we can't, and He uses every experience, both good and bad, to shape us into the people He created us to be. So the next time you're feeling lost or uncertain, remember that you have a God who loves you and is working behind the scenes for your good. Trust in His plan and let Him guide your steps. Fear can be paralyzing. It can keep us from pursuing our dreams, taking risks, and living our lives to the fullest. But Jesus tells us, do not be afraid. He offers us a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that can calm our anxieties and give us the courage to face our fears. When we put our faith in Jesus, we are not just believing in a set of rules or doctrines. We are putting our trust in a loving God who cares about every detail of our lives. We are trusting that He will never leave us or forsake us, no matter what challenges we may face. This doesn't mean that fear will magically disappear overnight, but it does mean that we have access to a supernatural power that is greater than our fears. When fear knocks on the door of our hearts, we can answer with faith, knowing that Jesus is right beside us. Remember, you're stronger than you think. With Jesus by your side, you can overcome any obstacle and live a life free from fear. Section 4. Listening to your inner voice. In the hustle and bustle of life, it can be easy to lose touch with our inner voice, that quiet whisper within that guides us toward our purpose. But when we seek Jesus, He helps us tune into that voice and discern His will for our lives. Jesus said, "My sheep hear my voice." He speaks to us in many ways, through His word, through prayer, through the beauty of nature, and through the still, small voice within. When we make time for silence and solitude, when we quiet our minds and open our hearts, we create space for Jesus to speak to us. We begin to recognize His voice above the noise of the world. Learning to listen to our inner voice, guided by Jesus, is a journey. It takes time, practice, and a willingness to be still and listen. But the rewards are immeasurable, for it is in those quiet moments that we discover our true purpose and calling. Section 5. Living with passion and purpose. When we live our lives surrendered to Jesus, we discover a passion and purpose that goes beyond ourselves. We are no longer just living for ourselves, but for something much greater. We become part of something bigger than ourselves. This purpose doesn't have to be something grand or extraordinary. It could be as simple as being a loving parent, a supportive friend, or a dedicated employee. It's about using our unique gifts and talents to make a difference in the world, no matter how small it may seem. Jesus said, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven." When we live our lives with purpose and passion, inspired by Jesus' love, we become a light in the darkness, pointing others toward the hope and joy that only He can offer. So friend, what is your passion? What makes your heart come alive? Embrace it, pursue it, and let Jesus use it to make a difference in the world. You have a unique contribution to make, and the world needs what you have to offer. Section 6. Integrating faith into daily life. Living a faith-filled life isn't about following rules or attending church every Sunday. It's about a personal relationship with Jesus that permeates our lives. Integrate faith into everyday routines. Start each day with prayer. Talk to Jesus as a close friend. Read a passage from the Bible. Look for opportunities to serve others. When we serve others, we serve Jesus. Share your testimony of how Jesus has changed your life. Remember, you are a child of God, chosen and loved beyond measure.